So for 99% of human history, we were hunter-gatherers. So the world we're living in today is really weird. It's this built environment that we've created that's entirely different than what it was throughout most of human evolution. My name is Ben Trumbull, and I'm an associate professor in the School of Human Evolution and Social Change and the Center for Evolution and Medicine at Arizona State University. And so I work with populations that are still living more traditional lifestyles. For any gene, there can be multiple different mutations that have occurred over time. And those mutations, we call them different alleles. In the US, we think of the ApoE4 allele as purely deleterious. It's associated with Alzheimer's, it's associated with cardiovascular disease. And the real question is, why does it still exist? Why hasn't it been weeded out by natural selection? And so we looked at fertility and we said, okay, what if there are some benefits to the ApoE4 allele that we can't see in the US? Here we have contraception, we have deliberate fertility control. And so we wouldn't be able to see any associations between something like fertility and the ApoE4 allele in the US. So we work with the Tsimane, a population of forager horticulturalists living a traditional lifestyle that's much more similar to what life was like throughout most of human evolution. And what we found was that women with the ApoE4 allele had more kids than those who didn't have it. And it was a dose-dependent response, meaning that if they had one copy, they had about half an additional kid. If they had two copies, they had about 2 additional kids. There aren't that many populations left in the world that are living traditional lifestyles that are more similar to what things were like during human evolution. And those that do exist are all in flux. You know, more and more people are doing wage labor, more and more people are getting access to cell phones or electricity or running water. And this is happening worldwide. And I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. In fact, it's great. It's modernization. But what that means is that this is one of our last chances to understand what healthy aging was like prior to cell phones, prior to running water, prior to medications. And so what we're trying to do is kind of catalog as much as we can about the Tsimane lifestyle and about what health is like among the Tsimane and how health changes with age, so that we can kind of have one of our sort of last chances to study all these things. One of the kind of important things to keep in mind here, though, is that the Tsimane aren't living a weird lifestyle. We're the ones living a weird lifestyle. The Tsimane are actually living a much more normal lifestyle from what we experienced throughout most of human evolution. And so they're actually the normal ones, and we're the weird ones here.